Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first time ever, not late, MBA Power Rankings for the new division of the Blood Moon All Stars. I am joined here with Sorrow.
Hello, hello.
He is a good friend of mine, owner of the SBF, Sunny Shore Battle Federation, who is a partnered league of ours, and a coach in the Blood Moon division.
Yes, sir.
Oh, before we get into this, this is going to be like the low tier. It's going to be low tier. It's supposed to be a champions div, but we didn't get enough signups and all that stuff. So we just kind of said, "Fuck it, we ball," and now we're gonna roll with it. Yeah. So everything is our opinions. We do have like a lot of complex bands, but we'll probably get into that for each of the individual teams. Yeah. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? Okay.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Number 16, we got the Canadian Crew Brawlers, coached by VN497. Now, the main thing that
Yeah,
jumps out at us is holy crap, where's the speed?
yeah, right. So like the top speed, obviously great, but it's an electrode, um, and it's not even the Terra Captain. So the let's say that the approach to the draft is interesting.
Yeah,
I think I put it.
I don't really know about the round one Slurpuff,
Yeah,
which is a little bit goofy, but yeah, I don't know about that. It's a
yeah,
little weird.
like like the first two rounds jump out. Like I think you could have gotten some like bigger Pokemon, but on the other side you still ended up with like a Gudra. So you're
You
probably
can't
gonna be fine.
you can't discount Goodra this season. It's got knockoff,
Yeah,
it's got Scald. I used it
yeah,
in a speed tour once. I love the thing, so it's
yeah,
gonna be such an obnoxious piece of shit to take out.
yeah. That's pretty annoying. No, but overall, just like yeah, like the top end of the speed besides the Electrode is a bit meh. Electrode not being the Terra Captain makes it significantly worse in my eyes. Like Wormadam with its three forms, it's probably can be cool. Like I think if you like run the like the ground thing, I think it gets rocks even. So yeah, I guess. On the trash code has like sturdy, I think, so that's also not too bad.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like the team does a whole lot. I mean,
Yeah,
it goes from 150 to 95, which is Articuno, which is probably going to be running the speed. But then you go to Overquill, which I highly doubt will be running any speed,
yeah,
and then Goodra, which never wants to really run speed. It just it doesn't really even have like any braking power or anything really.
yeah. Like the immediate power is lacking, is what we're saying. I think because uh, like like of course like Articuno, Overquill, Dreadnought, Slurpuff, those can set up pretty well. Like even Combuskin. But yeah, like the immediate threats aren't really there. That's yeah,
It's just not. I don't know. I feel like you're just gonna get the team is just too slow in terms of you know actual stats and actually getting going because you're very reliant on setup from your mons.
yep,
You don't really have that much in terms of like pivoting or removal
yep,
or much of anything else. So unfortunately, we just had to put you 16. There always has to
yeah.
be one, but I'm sorry. Maybe we can help you figure out some transactions. So I don't know.
Or you're just gonna show us that we are wrong.
Or
Yeah, that's also
or you're gonna tear the league a new one with that Terra Wormadam.
yeah, but yeah, let's see.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued to see what this will do.
I am too. All right. Number 15, we got the Boston Blades, coached by Potato, otherwise known as Junior Diop.
Yes, sir.
So this is Slow King, Arctozolt, and company, the team. Um, Terra Trapinch, and yeah, I don't really have much else to say. I mean, Slow King, Arctozolt, that's kind of the whole team's game plan, it
Yep.
looks like.
Like throw in some like the Sinistra with like heat proof and like Scald or Matcha Gacha, I should rather say, can be annoying to deal with, but yeah, but like the main show is obviously like Slow King Zolt. Um, yeah, like Rotom for some. yeah, for solid, of course. I think is it allowed to nasty plot now? I think it is.
Yeah, I can nasty plot. So you
Yeah,
at least
so
have that.
yeah, so the Rotom is obviously always good. But outside of that, yeah, Slowking Arctozolt, like Wall Arctozolt is hard, but you can just outscarf it with some Pokemon, and yeah, like everything above 90 speed, slap a scarf on it, outspeed it, kill it. So yeah.
Yeah, the team, it just, I don't know, it's great because it has the Slowking Arctozolt. Slowking is an amazing mon.
Yeah.
Lord knows Moonlight Division was going crazy about it, but I think it's a very solid team to build around, but I don't know if that was really done super optimally,
Yeah,
in my
like the
humble
pieces
opinion.
Yeah, the pieces around Slowking and Zolt are
Yeah.
also having only Rotom as your defogger when you have an Arctozolt is
Also, having Slowking as your, well, Slowking and the Polchiga or Sinistcha as your only real fighting resists.
Ooh,
You know,
hate
like they're
knockoff.
all going to be carrying knockoff. You
Yeah,
really
yeah.
struggle to deal with fighting types.
Yeah, like of course Cobalion, but yeah,
The Kabalion's cool because it actually got some new toys. I think it has like Aurasphere now,
oh that's cool.
but I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
kind of stoked to see what it does because you can just run
Yeah.
that thing. Like, I mean, honestly, Cobalion, Sinistcha, Rotom Heat, Slowking isn't a
Yeah,
bad defensive core,
Yeah, I agree.
but I don't know. In our opinion, it just gets outclassed by a lot of the other teams. Well, 14 of them to be exact.
Yeah, but like I don't think this is a bad team, but I just like the others more. I think is how we put it.
Shout out to you for the Alolan Golem though.
Yes, that's a great pickup. I'm saluting you, good sir.
Yes, you do Homeland proud. All right, next up we got number 14, the CV Celebes, coached by Red Blue. Again, the speed is
Meh.
yeah. I get it. I mean, like low tier is generally kind of gonna be kind of slow, but
Yeah.
it's kind of rough when there's a lot of things that just get outsped by common scarfers.
Yeah.
And also the
Well-
repeat types are kind of brutal. 3
Yeah,
waters, 2 dragons,
Triple water is
2 poisons.
Eh.
Ugh.
like having this the Staryu. I don't know what it does. Like it spins, of course, but how often you're gonna bring that? And you have solid defogging in Cypher and Florges, so yeah, I don't like the Staryu could be like an extra point added to something else and be an upgrade to that. But yeah, like Entei is obviously fantastic. Florges is great. Duraludon with Eviolite, I'm intrigued to see what it can do now. Toro's good. Cypher is a decent low tier mon, and Regidrago is always terrifying.
Yeah, no, like other than that though, I mean your team is fairly solid. You know, you have really good
Yep.
offensive physical breakers, and then Duraludon kind of be either like iron defense body press or just run it special attacking because like it doesn't have to run Eviolite. Like you could still just run it
Yeah.
specs, but then again it just doesn't
Yeah,
do
specs.
nearly as much. And you got Haunter too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, but
I've actually
yeah,
seen
Terra
Terra.
Captain I think is gonna do some damage.
Yeah, Terra Haunter is actually really good. I've seen it do wonders. I think Ryan used it to great success one of the seasons,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
You know, but like, all in all, not a bad team, but not my favorite. I think.
Yeah, it honestly just kind of falls a little bit flat. I mean, it's super slow, and it doesn't really even have webs to counteract that so much.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good, but
Cool stuff.
yeah, maybe switch some things around. I don't know, invest in some other utilities that might make the team a little bit more well-rounded. Maybe some
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah.
Up next, we got number 13, the Encarta Cavaliers, coached by Bacano. Right off the bat, the Mega Houndoom Gallade offensive duo is terrifying and borderline impossible to deal with together.
Yeah, I agree. And behind a potential Aurora Whale from like the Bomb Snow, which is his Terra Captain, which is great. That's threatening. I'm not gonna lie. That's really gonna mess up some people. And that paired with like Gudra, Hisui, and Vaporeon, um, yeah, that's like those four alone can probably just run away with games. Then you have Dawnfan as your Rapid Spinners slash Stealth Rock setter. Um, yeah, and then you have an Alcremie. Yeah, you have an Alcremie. Um,
I still have no idea what the mon does. Like, I've used it once. I was not very impressed.
it's an okay fairy, I think, for low tier. Like it can run some like funny acid armor, calm mind, thought power sets. I think. Yeah. Other than that, it's gets aromatherapy, so has utility for sure. But like you're probably always gonna see like the top five plus the Abomasnow. Um, that's at least what my guess. Like I
Yeah.
don't think we'll see too much Alcremie, Rotom, and Archeops. Uh, but
I don't know. Ar-
although like
Ar- Archeops is pretty sick. I love using it, but it's the main gripes that we have with the team are like it's just it just doesn't feel right, you know? Like it's just I don't know. It kind of crumbles to fighting types, really.
yeah,
Like it
like
just
you get punched in the face.
it does. This team does not like to get punched in the face. I mean, Alcremie just whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
65, 75 physical bulk, like, it
not
doesn't
too
really like
great.
getting punched in the face.
Yeah, like also Abomas no pre-terra hates it, and your Rotom will always just get knocked.
Yeah, the removal is also kind of interesting because it's really just Donphan and kind of Rotom. So I could
Yeah,
see this team getting chipped down very easily because the defensive core doesn't really have reliable recovery aside from Vaporeon. So it could
yeah,
just be a
true.
little bit awkward.
I mean, Alcremie gets recover, I think.
Yeah, yeah. But like in terms of Gudra and
Yeah, yeah,
Donphan,
sure.
they have a very strong tendency to get shipped down. So it's I don't
Yeah,
know. I feel like it's just not as well rounded, but I mean we're not going to discount the Gallade Mega Houndoom. Like that is
yeah,
crazy.
no. If you can get that in safely, you'll kill things.
You'll be fine, yeah.
Yep.
All right. I guess up next we got number 12, the Gaylord Gastrodons, coached by Chocolate Lab.
Yep.
Uh, wowza.
Yeah, like right off the bat, Screamtail Registeel, fantastic defensive core. That I think we can agree on that. Then the Araquanid to set up webs, which you don't have the best abusers, like Mega Bayonet is okay.
I,
Um,
hey, I'm so hyped. I really
I
want to see
mean,
Mega Bomb or Mega Benet come off. It has been so long in the making.
it gets Poltergeist now, right? So
It gets Poltergeist, it
it's
gets Swords Dance, it gets Shadow
yeah,
Sneak.
like that thing behind webs is cool, but like outside of that, you don't have like the best web abusers. Like your Oricorio needs to set up anyway to be speedy or to be like a real threat.
Yeah.
And outside of that, like don't underestimate Clamperl. I'm gonna say as much.
I was gonna say that is an amazing pick. It's such a
Yeah,
funny
I like
mon.
it. I like it. Like give the thing a deep sea tooth and
The calcs are hilarious with it.
yeah, they are. But yeah, but obviously it's slow. It's not too bulky with like base 35 HP. Um,
But
yeah,
honestly,
like I don't.
the main thing that this team really excels at is its defensive core, because
It
it's
doesn't
also
die.
none of it is super passive. Because Registeel does have access to Body Press Iron Defense. Screamtail can just be an obnoxious little turd and do literally everything.
Like
Araquanid, yeah,
you have like you have like Encore on it, Wish, but I think it even gets Baton Pass, so you can just dry pass out.
yeah. He also gets Roar, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. Yeah, so like you can't even set up on it, so
Yeah. The only scary part is this team is hella Spikes weak. You just, I don't know, you don't really have mons that. You've got Komala, and I guess you.
a good, it's a good spinner. I'll give him that. Like also Defog Oricorio has some merit to it.
Kind of.
Uh,
But I feel like
but-
you've really, for this team specifically, I feel like you'd want to run it more
Yeah.
offensive.
Yeah. I agree. Like Electros has no weaknesses is okay.
I've seen that mon do so much work.
Yeah, and then sometimes it just does nothing. So yeah, I don't know.
It's
I don't know,
Assault
but
Vest mon.
yeah, it is. But I'm intrigued to see where this team goes.
Yeah, terrible, awesome, great pick.
Yeah,
I feel like it and Lilligan are very similar, but I'm really interested to see how these two compare and do
yeah,
during the
like
season.
Quiver Dance, Terror Blast, whichever type you want, and have fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we can move right along to number 11. Probably the shittiest coach in the league. Terrible
Agreed.
person.
Agreed.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
This team is actually pretty solid, although it really doesn't like Edgequake. It's
Yeah.
stupid Edgequake week.
Yeah, that's true. Like, a lot is gonna come down to me making the right predictions on which move my opponent's gonna click. That's a tendency I often have with my teams, that I'm kind of forgetting about one or the other type, and then I'm looking kind of stupid. But yeah, like, overall, I'm happy with the team I drafted. A lot of those Pokemon I've never used in draft before, so I'm really hyped about it. Like, I think the only ones I've really used in a draft league before are like Nidoqueen, Salazzle, and Lantern, and the Aromatisse. But like 6 out of 10 are completely new to me, so I'm really intrigued to see how those do. Like, especially the Snorlax. Like, I'm a big Snorlax fan, so
Yeah.
really,
It's a new face to the low tier scene for MBA, so it should be really interesting because it's one of those mods where it's like it can just run away with the games or do borderline nothing if you don't let it set up.
yeah, exactly. Like, Snorlax is gonna, like, I'm intrigued to see if I can use it to its fullest potential. Nidoqueen, I've already said to you, I think it's a bit overpriced without Sheer Force in this league because it doesn't get it. We should mention,
Yeah.
but I think it's still a really decent defensive Pokemon to with T-Spike, Stealth Rocks, 92 base special attack base attack, sorry, still can do stuff. So I think I'm still be able to get some some value out of it. How much remains to be seen. But yeah, also I'm a bit psychic weak. I must say, like
A little
Salazzle,
psychic
Virizion,
weak, yeah.
Nidoqueen hated. On the other hand, Snorlax has great Spadef. Aromatisse is reasonably bulky. Dublade sucks, but Glaren, Mr. Mime is also pretty solid on the special side. So yeah, I think I also have like a book about which does get Parting Shot, although it doesn't say it here. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I honestly I really love the core of Virizion, Doublade, Aromatisse. Like I think that's going to be really nasty defensively and offensively. Because
Yeah.
I'm a big Doublade advocate. Like the mon is so good, and especially
Like,
paired with
main-
Virizion to Sponge Nox.
Main reason I drafted Doublade is because I've seen you use it a ton.
It's
And it's
so
been
good.
really, really good.
It's-
I like it a lot.
It is the mon that gets up the most free swords dances. It's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So
It's
I
really-
do my boy proud. Do him good.
Yeah,
Do him
I'll
well.
try. Yeah. Otherwise, like, I'm lacking some speed. Like the speed gap between 100 and 82 is
Yeah, that kind of hurts, but I don't know
think
how
it's
big of a deal it
manageable.
is.
Yeah, it's manageable, I think. So I think I should be alright in that regard. Yeah, outside of that, like Edgequake weakness, the speed gap, but else I'm alright, I think.
Yeah.
Little, like I don't have that much pivoting options, but I think with the fat I have, I can work around it pretty well.
Yeah, like the team is ludicrously bulky.
But there are still 10 better teams, so
Yeah.
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 At least in our opinion.
It's
right? So,
it's a decent all-rounded, like a decent low like mid-range team.
I agree.
All right. Next up, we got number 10, the Philadelphia Fampies, coached by DD Quiad, who is a mod.
Like his team gets punched in the face.
It
I'm
it
just gonna say
gets
as
punched. It gets punched real hard, and also hates having things slapped out of its hand.
Yeah, like your best, like you have your real fighting answer is your dash one. Like I'll give him that. That's a really good fighting answer. Also knock answer. But your Slowbro and your Cofagrigus, they hate knock, and the rest of your team hates close combat.
Yeah, it's. I feel like Doxbun is gonna be, or Doxbun is gonna be carrying this team. I kind of think that it's a little goofy to have both Doxbun and Licky Licky because I feel like they both serve a very similar role.
That's true, yeah.
But I don't. The team is like very, very bulky,
Yes.
which is going to be a pain in the ass. But at the same time, yeah, you need some kind of way to hit back. I mean, you got the Hitmonlee, which is going to be terrifying. But
Yeah.
we also feel like it's kind of a waste having Smeargle be the Terra Captain. I mean, prove us wrong, but I'm just saying Zipstrike is there at 5 points, and it can Terra, and it had Supercell Slam and Terra Blast. Think about it.
Yeah. Outside of that, the team it stacks hazards pretty well. I would say, and then
Yeah.
basically, I mean, your removal is not the greatest, but if you can't stack that many hazards, you might force your opponent to defog for you. So
Yeah, your removal consists of Hitmonlee, and that's it.
yeah, which honestly probably I think the main strategy I see with this team is stack hazards, chip down the opponent, and then clean with Lee.
Yeah, I just worry because setting spikes against this team is so free. Like, it's so unbelievably free. I feel like if you get like a flying type defogger, like maybe swap out Licky Licky for like some flying type, like offensive flying, I think you'll be fine. But for right now, it's just kind of it's just bulk central with a Hitmonlee and a Zipstrika and Zoroark.
Yeah.
So, but to give it merit, the defensive core is fucking crazy.
It's amazing. Yeah, I agree. It's really amazing.
Like it's so hard to break through.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. We got number 9, Vegas Corviknights, coached by not the Zodiac. Screens Klefki, Shell Smash Torterra, Nasty Plot Moltres, Vasculegion. Oh god.
Yeah.
That is some
Like,
terrifying shit.
Yeah, like Screen's offense with this team is pretty solid. The one I like the Cutify actually because you don't even have to speed boost as much then. Like that's pretty great.
Yeah. I really like it as a
Watch out
1-point
for-
Weber.
Yeah. Watch out for this Violet Primate as well.
Yeah, Eviolite Primeape is going to be crazy.
I mean, Mach can't Terra here, which is a bit sad, but
Yeah, I've been using Muck in Sunny Shore actually, and I've been loving the thing.
yeah,
It's...
I know.
Yeah, I know you've been using it.
I literally fought this piece of trash. So yeah, but honestly, it can Terra actually. So I'm kind of interested in why the main Nick trick over it as
Nah.
a Terra cap.
Honestly, I'm not even mad about that because I feel like it's just kind of like budget Jolteon.
It kinda is, but without getting Terra Blast. So
Oh, yeah.
that's my main issue with it. Like Terra Fire Overheat could be cool, sure, but yeah, like I really think that, and this is just my opinion again, that Mach is the better Terra Captain in this case. If you want an offensive Terra Captain, I get the main X-Trick, but yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about? Cutifly's right there.
Yeah.
Quiverdance, hello.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there we go. The Cyclizar pick is also really nice because it's
Great utility Pokemon.
amazing utility. Plus, I was actually talking to Ryan, who's I think in Moonlight and also one of our mods. He's been running away with it in another league with a Life Orb set with Regenerator because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
surprisingly good in terms of hitting hard.
Yeah, like it gets good moves, like right Draco Meteor.
Yeah.
Base 85 special attack is still good. Like with a Life Orb, it still hits quite hard. You don't care about the chip because of your Regenerator. Police driving.
Yeah, that was your team after you deal with the Torterra.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know all that
Then
shit
I go
behind
back.
screens is just gonna be a freaking nightmare because it's also screens for Rage Fist Primeape.
Oh yeah, true.
I don't know. This team is like really scary offensively, but defensively it just falls flat. It just
Yeah.
completely falls flat.
Yeah,
Honestly.
like if it can't get up screens, you might have a bad time.
Yeah. It's very like ice and flying week in my opinion.
Yeah, but still fucking scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But we feel that there are like a few more all round more
Yeah.
solid teams. But I
Yeah,
mean,
I think-
again, a lot of these teams are really good, so it was just kind of hard to pinpoint which ones went
Yep.
where. A lot of these are interchangeable, but this is just kind of the
Yeah.
order that we went with.
Yep, exactly.
So feel free to get mad at us or not. Whatever.
Exactly.
All right,
Moving on.
moving on. We got 8th. The Bad Dragonites goes by JC, otherwise known as the most obnoxious person on the planet. Anyway. Wow, this team is really scary offensively. Defensively, it's pretty damn solid, but it needs a water.
Yeah.
It
no
is.
water type.
It is
outside
so
the Terra
parched.
Captain, also, like 100 to 71 is rough.
That is technically no, because it goes to 88 with Pecharunt, but Pecharunt or no. Fuck,
Oh right,
no,
yeah,
never
right.
mind. Iron Crown isn't
No,
there.
Iron Crown. Oh right, no, Pecharunt is another team. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, Iron Crown is I think like between Shaman and Mousehold. I think.
it's 98.
Yeah, that's still not the greatest.
Yeah, it doesn't really help all that much, but I'm really pumped to see what it does, because
Yeah, same. No clue
Yeah.
what that thing's gonna do to us. Yeah, outside of that, like Mousehold with like Tidy Up, cool Pokemon can be really terrifying. I don't know if it gets Population Bomb. I think it does.
it does get Pop Bomb.
Okay, so that's fucking scary.
Yeah, but you're either gonna have to run protective pads or loaded dice. So you either
Yeah,
get
I agree.
destroyed by Rocky Helmet, or
Oh, you just miss.
yeah. So it's kind of rough.
Yeah, I agree.
But
No,
offensively, the team is going to be a goddamn nightmare to switch into with
Yeah.
the Hoopa, the Pangoro. The Iron Crown is just going to set up and do whatever it wants.
honestly, this team under webs could be kind of terrifying.
If this team had a Araquanid, it would go insane.
Yeah, I agree.
I
Like,
might
if
have
that
I,
thing worked-
I might want to have a chat with Chalk if I were UJC. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, agreed. Outside of that, like Hazard's great, removal good with Fortress and Weezing. That's basically all you need. Some
Yeah.
decent momentum options. Yeah, so overall good team. Like you can get in your big threats pretty well, I think. And yeah, I'm intrigued to see what this team's gonna do.
Yeah, it just needs the speed gap fixed and probably a water type.
I agree.
But outside of that, very solid and scary.
Yes.
Up next, we got the boy McGriddleso, coach of the Bronx Bearticks, with probably an even more horrifying offensive core with Heracross, Barraskewda, Sandy
Yes.
Shocks, and Terra Lilligant. Oh my. Oh me, oh my.
Yeah, and then you have your Yuxi and your Moltres Ordino for defensive purposes. Diancie is also insanely terrifying.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a very good
I think-
offensive defensive answer. Or offensive defensive mod.
I think the Viper actually gets T-Spikes now, so
Maybe.
I think it does. I
The
think,
the prep doc is a little, well, the one that I have is a little bit outdated, so it
yeah,
might.
sure. Actually, I think I can check recruit, but I think it does. But, I mean, like they gave it to Arbok, so why shouldn't the Viper get it?
Yeah.
But then again, it's Pokemon, so you never
Yeah,
know.
we all know how they are.
But the Viper indeed does not get Toxic Spikes, so that's sad.
Well, I don't know. I think it's still a decent grounded poison for what it needs to do.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's
holy crap. Yuxi, like honestly, dual screens Yuxi could be really threatening for this team, as well as just setting rain for Barraskewda. Could be really
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Like I think Yuxi was a very good grab here as a fantastic facilitator for this team.
yeah, it helps. It supports the team really well, I think.
Yeah, like it does so much for this team in particular.
I agree. Can also set up rocks, which is pretty nice. So your
Yeah.
Sandy Shocks doesn't have to carry them. your anti is freed up. So yeah, so like that I think we would like with like self rock screens, and then one attacking move. Yeah, you're gonna be sitting pretty clean.
Yeah, and
Swap out screens for rain dance if you want.
yeah, we really like the team, but I mean the
Yeah.
gap from Barraskewda to Sandy Shocks down to like Yuxi Moltres, because I mean I don't know really well. Really Yuxi Lilligan, I'm not really gonna count that.
Yeah.
Well, the gap is pretty sizable, but I mean low tier is kind of generally slow anyway. But
Yeah, so in the top tier, I don't think it's as bad. Also,
I-
like you can still run booster energy Sandy Shocks to like play around it a little bit. So yeah.
yeah, I'm really hyped. I really hope the Barraskewda actually does something this season, because
Yeah, I
it
agree.
just hasn't done anything in the past 6 seasons. So we're just like, screw it. We're just gonna make it cheap and hopefully someone drafts it. So yeah.
I agree.
Yo, also shout out to McGriddle, back-to-back championships.
Oh yeah.
New bro, bring this to championships. Do it. Do it.
All right. All right.
Next up, we got 6th up, Nashville Torcats, coached by Jax. It
Yeah.
really wouldn't be a Jax team without a Crobat.
I agree. That's
Yeah, this is a Jax team through and through. Which is to say, it's got crazy good bulk, crazy good like offensive options,
yeah.
but the problems kind of start when you realize that this team has no real good switch-ins to Edgequake,
Yeah.
and you're kind of forced to run like defensive Blastoise a little bit. The speed is immaculate,
Yeah, I agree.
but I don't know, it just doesn't have really much, if any, real good utility. You got Crobat
Yeah.
Defog, Blastoise Rapid Spin, Drodigan Rocks, but that's like it, unfortunately.
Yeah, but still, but outside of that, like the top 5 Pokemon, you're probably gonna see like every week.
Yeah.
Because this combination is really, really good. A lot of setup threats as well with Mimikyu, Blastoise.
Honestly,
Terragogoat is always
yeah.
terrifying.
I was gonna say, yeah, Terragogo is a really good setup mon too.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think all the mons that aren't the top 5 are pretty good fills for
Yeah, I
whatever
agree.
you need.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like
The
overall-
main real gripe that we have is like it just doesn't have any real utility.
yeah, outside of that, it's a great team.
It's pretty terrifying, yeah. But
Great.
it's a Jax team.
Yes.
It's yeah, that's it. I mean, plus it has Soros mascot, so we couldn't put it that low.
Agreed. Had to be at least up there.
Exactly.
All right.
No bias, no nothing. Alright.
Yeah, nothing.
Up next, we got Gort from Pokemon, by the way, coached by Bungus McChungus. I'm so mad that you took Hisuian Samurott. I'm so mad. I know that it was gonna go before I picked, but
Yeah.
I wanted it. The team
Yeah, but
offensively, crazy. Absolutely crazy. Defensively, pretty damn solid as well.
Yep.
But the speed is just kind of shit.
Talonflame to Bramblegast. That's actually like about it with my complaints. You get every relevant hazard days. You've got some decent momentum options. Like you have Talonflame and Bramblegast for removal. Great. So yeah, like actually like speed is my only really big issue. Like also you're a bit fire weak, and with a bit I mean a lot because you have 2 fluffy Pokemon.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not really sure what the Beware is doing there, but I mean, pop off, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, like outside of that, I really don't have that many complaints about the team.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it's terrifying because, well, this is a torrent-only Samurott, but
Yeah.
I mean, even then, Ceaseless Edge is just the most broken move in the game, in my opinion.
Free spikes.
Yeah, free spikes while hitting the opposing Pokemon is just
Yeah,
insane. Hatterene I've seen do really well in this league, so I'm really excited to see that pop off again.
Yep.
Dragality
Some-
is going to be pretty scary.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm not looking forward to facing that if I have to. I'm not even sure if I have to, but if I do, please don't.
Please don't. Just do not.
Yeah.
Steelix, underrated mon. Love that thing to death. I actually just won a match with it, so love it.
Yeah. Good Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely top 5. It's very strong, very solid
Yeah, I
team.
agree.
But there were some that were a little bit more well-rounded. You
For
think?
example.
But
yeah.
still very good. These teams are like highly opinionated. Like a lot of these can be flipped around.
I agree. Like basically from like 10 to 5, I think that you could pretty much rank them as you like. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got up
Moving to
next.
top 4.
We got me, the Chicago Blues,
Ew.
coached by Hunch. That Appleton is supposed to be a Hydrapple,
Grapple.
but I just put it in there because of the typings.
Yeah. And
So whatever.
because I think it doesn't exist in the other dog.
Yeah, I don't have it updated. I gotta talk to somebody about that.
Yeah, but still, yeah, like that's in Hydrapples, which is dangerous. Silali, always great.
Yeah, multi-type Savali, which can fill pretty much any role that this team needs, is going to be kind of crazy. The
Yeah.
defensive core, I'm actually very proud of the defensive core with Jellison,
Yeah,
Bronzong,
like-
Fezandipity.
Yeah, like obviously 2 of those hate knockoff. That's where you have like your Pheasantipity and your Persian, who don't really care about knockoff. Terra Bastiodon is still a bit annoying.
I'm so excited to use it. It's gonna be so funny.
Yeah, and also like your Tyrangon is a good utility mon in the back. Late round Sandslash, spikes, rocks, spin, great. Yeah, honestly, I don't have any complaints about that team really. Like the speed gap from 95 to 65 isn't as bad.
It's kind of bad, but like,
Yeah, I mean, like your base 81s and base 85s will just run adamant on you, but these are not that many. I think also it can be played around. Yeah, but like overall, very well-rounded team, good pivoting, good hazards. You don't have T-spikes, which isn't as terrible. Or does Pheasantipity get those? I don't even know.
I don't think it does. I mean, honestly, Pheasantipity is going to be poisoning anything everywhere or everything anyway.
True. Yeah, basically you have toxic spikes with it. You're right.
Yeah, it just clicks U-turn, badly poisons.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's gonna be annoying as fuck.
The main philosophy with this team was like, yeah, it doesn't really have much immediate power.
Yep.
Like the most I have is like Specs Kilowattrel. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, that is the strongest mon that I have at base 105 in any one of its attacking stats. But
Yep.
it's meant to, well, actually no, that's a lie. Hydrapple at 120.
Yeah, true.
But the main thing is like the team is meant to just kind of chip down the opponent until, you know, Savali comes in and cleans up. Kilowattrel comes in, cleans up.
Yep.
Which
Yeah,
I think
no, like,
does pretty well.
yeah, it does.
No Wish Passer's a bit unfortunate, but I mean, I can't have everything. Yeah, I'm really hyped to see how this does this season. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm really excited to try out Pheasantipity because it's always been a mon where I'm just like, I really want to see how this goes. Same with
Yeah, like,
Hydrapple.
yeah, agreed. Like these new Pokemon, most people won't have an idea yet what they really do. So, yeah, remains to be seen what this will end up accomplishing.
All right, time to go 0-9.
3.
Let's go.
Or just win the league.
Yeah, buddy. All right. Rank 3, we got Drew of the Long Island Lucarios at number 3. Taking my other child from me, you freaking jerk. Oh, like a rock dog. You got the double dog core, what's not to love?
Yeah.
And you got the
Terrifying.
stupid fish and the goddamn bee.
Honestly, West is also one of those Pokemon that's got so much better with Terra. It's insane. Without
Yeah.
it, it's still trash. With Terra, it's really obnoxious to take down. It's rather bulky.
It's really
Not a
bulky.
toxic heal.
70,
Yeah.
102, 102, 102. Like, that's
Yeah.
so annoying. Sets
It's
hazards.
just gonna toxic you, sets hazard. Yeah, exactly. That's gonna be so annoying to deal with. Copperaja, great steel type in low tier. Granbull is a pretty good fairy in low tier as well. Like the Intimidate is pretty good utility. Like double Intimidate actually with the Incineroar.
Yeah, double Intimcore is gonna be crazy, especially with the Alamo.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah,
That thing.
fish.
Yeah.
Because Mon
Beast
got
of
flip
Fire
turn
Witch.
and wish, so it's just your team
Yeah.
is gonna stay healthy the entire game.
Yeah, like giving that thing flip turn does so much for it.
That was
Right.
such a problem. So I don't know.
I hate it.
We might not allow it next season, but we'll have to see. Main,
Yeah, like I hate.
yeah,
The thing is, it's still pretty passive and does no damage, but it's still annoying. It's still annoying as fuck.
oh yeah. Main gripes of the team super ground weak in our opinion, and
Yep.
very slow.
Yeah,
Like you have three
Cyber,
mons that
Lycanroc.
might want to be
Yeah.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah, or like from Alomomola down, from Morgan downwards rather, you won't be running speed. I think that's fair to say. And even if you do Morgram, does not do damage.
Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah. It just doesn't do any damage. I mean, it's kind of
Yeah.
just there to be a little
No.
utility annoying bot. So
Yeah, so basically your top three will have to do a lot of heavy lifting on the speed side, but that's really the only complaint I have for the team.
yeah. I mean, other than that, I mean, the team just stays alive. Ha
Yes, it
ha ha ha. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. Dear Lord. Intrigued to see what Drew will do with this team.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Number
Even
2.
Swallow.
Oh,
I like Swallow.
Swallott's a good guy.
Yes.
Number 2, we got the Los Angeles Nido Kings, coached by Joey. So he's got the Pecharon, the Arcanine Hisui, the Noivern, the Chinchino, the Cradilli, Lapras, Hitmontop, Jolteon, Malamar. Pretty good team.
Yeah, I
Pretty good
mean,
team.
lacking a parry outside of Lapras isn't that great.
Yeah, that's
Um,
not super great. I mean, like, you're kind of missing something in that 100 speed tier, which is also kind of
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Pretty, I've gotta say. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like outside of that, like Hisuian Arcanine is a threat. I'm not looking forward to switching into that.
I don't think anyone is, especially with Pecharon.
Yeah, Petulant is gonna fucking poison you and not die. That's
Yeah,
what it does.
it's gonna be so obnoxious because honestly, I think you got the best steel removal in the game with the Hisuian
Yeah.
Arcanine.
With the Arcanine, yes.
So I mean, it's gonna be just a menace every single time it comes in.
Noivern is a great pivot.
Yeah, the speed is also fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. Like as we said, like outside of that 100, that's missing clearly.
Yeah, that's not there.
But Lapras, great Terra Captain. I think like Lapras, another Pokemon that profits so much from Terra. It's like I
Yeah,
looked at it myself. I wanted it, but I then went with my Altaria. So
it did go off in one of our speed tours. I
Yeah.
know of a certain somebody that's been singing its praises ever since.
yeah, I think it also did pretty decent in SBF. So
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of interesting. A little ground week and a little fighting week, but other than that, I mean, like the team is just like the speed tiers are just so good. The offense is just amazing. The utility is kind of but I mean, all things
Yeah, I
considered, like you just kind of go in, click buttons, and I mean, a lot of these mods don't even really want to be switching all that much because I mean, Chinchino tidy up is gonna be crazy. You know, it removes hazards as well. So and it gets a free Dragon Dance, which is bonkers. I know a certain somebody really wanted that, Miklas, and didn't get it. So I don't know. I'm terrified of this team, which is why it's number 2. But there's one team that we thought was just a little bit more well-rounded, and I mean they actually had like a fairy type and a base 100 speed mon probably.
okay, so my connection just decided to die. Great.
Wonderful. You didn't miss much. We just are still disregarding that their 4th pick because it's not there.
Yeah, there just is none. Yeah, but yeah, I think the last thing we were about this was like Lapras, great Pokemon. Bad fighting week, as you said. But like the Chinchino is gonna be terrifying because it gets tidy up now.
Yeah, that's what I brought up.
So you have another source of removal. Obviously, Cradilli is a great lower tier grass type in my opinion. Also another water immunity for Hisuian Arcanine.
Yeah, the Hisuian Arcanine I think is pretty well protected, although I feel like you could switch out the Credilli for, like, a ground resist. Would
Yeah,
do you a
maybe.
lot of good.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe that would be cool. Or like remove one of your ground weaknesses or one fighting weakness and add something that helps a lit.
Yeah.
Because Noivern doesn't really want his boots knocked off.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
yeah, still a great team. So
yeah.
good job, Joey.
Moving on. We got probably easily, well, this guy's probably going to be carried by his team, let's face it. Because it's the Chimchars United, coached by Miklas.
Yeah.
Shit player, shit person, nobody likes him. Yeah.
Doesn't know how to draft, unfortunately.
Doesn't know how to draft, doesn't know how to not get sniped. Doesn't know how to hit gunk shots. I mean, he's just kind of shit, honestly.
Yeah, now we're looking at this.
Now, his team, however, is good. Probably the best in league, if I were to guess.
Yeah.
Porygon 2 being a blanket check to literally everything is just insanely good. Insanely good value.
Yeah.
Tinkaton, very good mon. Flygon, very good mon. Like, I think that's a very good, compact Fairy Dragon Steel Core.
Yeah, sure.
I also really like that every mon on this team can be brought. None of them are dead weight. You have to prep for all of them.
Yeah, like I've seen people swept by a Morpeko, so
Morpeko is going to be such a sleeper threat. It's so good.
yeah.
I've been a Morpeko advocate for a while. I love that mon.
Yeah, great Pokemon, I agree.
Yeah. Also, wouldn't be a Miklas team without the Hisuian Typhlosion.
Yeah, I agree.
The breaking power on this team is just insane with Swallow and Typhlosion. Like, that's just crazy.
Yep.
Pair it up with the cleanup from Morpeko and Scarf Sock, and even Flygon. Like, that's just gonna be really terrifying to deal with.
My biggest issue with the team is the hazard setting itself.
Yeah.
Like, T-Spikes from Tentacool, cool, rocks from Tinkaton, but Tinkaton has to carry rocks. Is like, yeah, like I think if you want hazards, you have to bring Tinkaton and have to carry rocks. But yeah, that's really my only thing I really don't like about the team. The rest, like Hypno, great Terra Captain for wish passing.
Yeah.
Maybe run some cheeky, funny sets. I think gets a it's actually not that bad. I think as a Terra Captain.
Run Trick Room Belly Drum.
Yeah, something like
that.
As you said, Swallow Typhlosion will just break you.
Yeah, break you, bend you over, and then Swallow's gonna scream in your ear.
Yeah. Like,
or
that's insane.
Guts Booster Facade its way through your team.
Yeah, agreed. So that's that. Yeah, and overall, I think, in our opinions, the best team in the league.
Yeah,
overall,
it's just such a well-rounded, well-balanced team.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to fighting that. So.
I mean, don't worry, it's Miklas. He's gonna get hacked out one way or another.
Yeah, I'll just toxic him. I'll just toxic stall him again. So.
He won't. He'll just simply not land any moves against me.
Perfect.
Yep. All right. Well, honestly, Sorrel, I think that wraps up our power rankings for the MBA Blood Moon. So, you have any final closing words for us?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the season. Not looking forward to fighting some of those teams, but yeah. But other than that, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Always and yeah, see you around.
Yeah, thank you guys. We will leave a link to the Discord if you guys aren't already there in the description. Thank you all so much for tuning in and listening to two idiots ramble. Yeah, good luck to everyone that's playing a Blood Moon this season. Go MBA. Whoop whoop.